It's Sunday morning here in the UK, and we've got something approaching sunshine, which, according to the forecast, is going to be a very rare event over the next week. So it's 8:50 Sunday morning. I'm about to piss off all the neighbours by starting up my motorbike. I'm sure they won't mind. I don't make a habit of it. And get out and try and get some footage. Now, what I'm going to do is try and start off this vlog, which I'm having second thoughts about. But I've got the iPhone in my inside pocket here, a little microphone that I'm going to clip to the inside of my helmet. And also, I've set the camera, the Git2, to record at 1080p at 60 frames a second, in case I want to slow anything down in editing. I think that means it's easier to slow it down. And then I'm going to try and get some 4K footage. And I'm also going to go and try and do the test of the image stabilisation. I've configured the button on the side of the camera to turn on and off image stabilisation. So first thing is we'll whip out to Crashmore Lane and do that. So I'll also, hopefully I'll have a vlog to put up and a separate bashing around Breeden Hill at 1080p with the Git2, plus hopefully some 4K footage. Having said that, the sun has just gone in behind a cloud. It is quite cloudy, so, but this looks like as good as it's going to get over the next few days, and it's England, you know, you can't expect anything else. So without further ado, I shall get on with pissing off the neighbours and starting the bike up. Okay, see you later. Right, I went out and I did all that, except when I got back, I discovered I'd had the camera set on time-lapse. So that was yesterday, Sunday. Today is Monday, and we're doing this on Monday. We've still got a bit of sun around, lots of clouds, so we're going to see in this movie some of the sunny stuff like this, which is quite good for seeing how the camera reacts to going into dark and out into the light again. We're about to go under a bridge around the corner here. And yeah, so what I've done is I went out and I did the image stabilisation test and started to hack around Breeden Hill. The battery gave way in Conderton. The sun's just gone in as we go under this bridge, but yeah, that's pretty quick, that's pretty good. It gets back into focus quite well. Generally speaking, I think the image stabilisation is doing a really good job, and I like the colours. I've got the colours set to vivid on the Git, and I took all this footage in 1080p 60 frames per second. I decided that since if you do it in 2K, YouTube knocks it down to 1080p anyway. So you might as well do it in 1080p if you intend to put it up on YouTube. As it's 60 frames a second, presumably that makes it smoother if you want to slow a bit down in iMovie or what have you, whatever you're using. So what we'll do is we'll stop this here and we'll just have a look at the results of the image stabilisation test. Now I should explain that he gave me a filthy look, that Porsche. You know, as you can see, I'm doing the speed limit. You know, just because you've got a Porsche doesn't mean you can give other people filthy looks. I could have a Porsche if I wanted. I don't want one, because I don't want everyone to think I'm a total fucking wanker, that's why. Right, get that off my chest. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll stop this here, and we'll have a look at the image stabilisation test. Now, unfortunately, what I did was I went down Seven Bends Road, I turned right just up here, went down Seven Bends Road, and I picked up a fly. I went across Teddington Hands roundabout into Crashmore Lane, where the test strip of terrible road is. Somewhere along there I picked up a fly, so you'll have to ignore the fly in the first bit. When I stopped and turned the image stabilisation off, I actually managed to clean the lens. So we'll swap now to the image stabilisation test. Right, here we are on Teddington Hands Roundabout. There's Mr. Fly. It always happens, you know. Right, but as you can see, the road is just to the right of the fly, so we can see what's happened. And this is with image stabilisation on. I had image stabilisation on, so I just carried on over the test track. And when we go around this left-hand corner, this is the start of the really bad road surface. I think that's really good. Subjectively, I think that's better than the Dazzne. Right, now we'll have a look at that. I stopped here, turned off the gyro and did it again. So here we are, I've cleaned the lens and we'll set off again to go over the test track, and it's just after you do the next left hand bend, and this is without image stabilisation, and then we'll run them side by side. Quite a difference, isn't it? Okay, well, we'll stop this here, and I'll just run them side by side. And here we go, side by side. I did it at quite different speeds, so they're not perfectly coordinated. But as you can see, the one on the right with the fly is the stabilised version. And look at the difference. It is quite amazing. If you watch the left first and the right, you get them in sequence. The sun's gone in the second one as well. But the image stabilisation, I mean, it gets 10 out of 10 for me. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as the Dazzne, but it is. And now we'll have a look at the image stabilisation compared to the Dazzne P2 Plus. Dazzne's on the left, obviously. And here we go. I think the Git is actually better, although I am going slower. And the left and the Dazzne is slightly ahead. So if you look at the right hand side now, I think the Git's better, to be quite honest. Very happy with that. I like the colours in the Git as well. Right, lastly, I'm just going to show you this bit from here, from the test strip to the toll house, when we rejoin the sort of mainish Breeden Oldbury Road. And here we got the sun out, and it's going from light into dark under all these trees, so it gives you a good idea of how it copes with that, like that little bit for instance, and this little bit. And then after that, what I'll do is the camera actually conked out of battery. I went around Breeden Hill, and it conked out of battery at Conderton. It conked out of battery sort of 3/4 of the way around. But what I'll do is I'll upload a separate file with the actual going around Breeden Hill bit, around most of Breeden Hill, and end this test first footage one here. Okay, there's the toll house. Thanks for listening.